I forgot to show you exactly what I was doing. So when I expanded these, you have to kind of open it out a little bit, and this thing is, I don't want to say it's gauze or whatever, but I believe it's supposed to be biodegradable. I think. But it's like a little mesh thing. So you just have to open them out a little bit. Some of them I noticed didn't open, even though I know they're cut. I think they're probably pre-cut, but they didn't open out all the way. And you have to open them out a bit. Not to the point where you're spilling everything, but you need the seeds once they germinate and start pushing forward so they won't be hampered too much. Not their job to fight too much. So that's what we gotta do. And I'm doing this with a dowel. Not because I don't want to get my hand dirty or anything, but it's just so much easier to do it that way. Okay, this way I know where to stop. I'm just gonna stop when I do the next 18. I think the next set is blueberries. Okay, yeah, I think it's blueberries. Right, blueberries. Okay, so the blackberry seeds are, I guess, like you would expect the blackberry seeds to look. I don't think I've ever really seen blueberry seeds. And they're like really, kind of tiny. They look almost like the blackberry seeds. But the blackberry seeds, you see, they have a little, reddish rose tint to them. So I usually just, what I've been doing, I'm not afraid and I'm not counting seeds. So I'm just going to sprinkle a few and then tap them down. You can barely see them, right? Oh, you do see the color. Okay. I'm doing this kind of one-handed because I have the camera going. I should have put it on the stand. Just gonna tap you guys right on in and try to get them a little bit spaced out, but it's not always gonna be the case because they're so tiny. Now, when I planted up the eggplants over there, ooh, those seeds were pretty big. So was the squash, and you couldn't mistake them for anything else. Okay. That takes care of the 18. This is the third row. And I don't want to bore you, so I'm going to do this for all the seeds. I'm trying to make sure at least. When I first started, I think I dropped some of the strawberry seeds into the water. But it was easy enough to get them out. I used the dowel and just kind of put it to the side of the I put it to the side of the pellet pack, I guess you could call it. Yeah, it had fell in the water, so I just, put it to the side and brought it up and put it into the thing. All right, so that is the blueberries. And now I'm going to do the raspberries and the strawberries. Oh, let me show you how the other seeds I started look. Now I have the labels for those, but I took them out because I had to cover, and the cover wasn't gonna hold them because I had originally used popsicle sticks. I gotta re-put them in now that those things are rising. So I had, used popsicle sticks. Let me show you my setup over here. All right, so I've got this setup right here, right? This is my kitchen. Um, I had like 3 different things going on. I think this is the burpee. I think it's the burpee. Yeah, this is the burpee 72 container also, and their system is pretty cool. So they have like those self-watering trays here, and then there's another stand inside, and then there's a mat that goes on top. So you pour the water. I'm sorry, didn't even know you were in the scene. So you pour the water in here, and the mat that's here will soak up that water and bring it up to the plants. So I guess they're not getting too much. And then I bought this grow light from Amazon. Isn't it so cool? I didn't know it was gonna be so small, but it's working. I just plugged it in yesterday, and I swear to you, these were aiming that way because they were by the other window that had all the light, and they were growing toward the light like they're supposed to. So I plugged these in yesterday. I've had this going all day yesterday and tonight, and last night. So things that weren't, look, at one already, things that weren't, aren't they gorgeous? I'm sidetracking, sorry. So notice that they're standing up now. Before they weren't. I should have did it before, but they were leaning that way, going towards the sun. So after having them on here, things that weren't sprouted actually sprouted. They are also on a heating mat, right? I have the heating mat system. I'm doing a lot, I know, but I just had to, but they're on a heating mat system. So they're getting the water, and they have that little bit of heat that tells them, it's time to come out. And these grow lights, they're adjustable, so I could bend them however I want. It clips on. I didn't change any settings. I just plugged it in and left it alone. I mean, you can set the timer and all of that on this. It does have that ability, right? See buttons. You can tell it how long you want it to go and what have you, but it does everything. And then I swear that this mint did something since yesterday too. This I started these. All I did was I cut off the So this is the bok choy, and that's a romaine lettuce. I cut off the bottom of the thing when I bought them, and I just put them in water, and so they started to sprout roots and stuff. And I just kept them in there. This has been for a couple of days. Now when I put before the grow lights, this was leaning that way. It was like really lanky and not as strong. And I swear to you, within an hour, this thing was standing up. I thought I was seeing things, but it can't be my eyes playing tricks on me because it's actually standing up. Before it was leaning, you know. So I got some more romaine that I started. I just have to now transplant them into pots so that they could actually have the soil and their roots can really get deep. Add some flowers down here. I can't remember what they all are. Let me see. We've got the Jaguar marigold. You've got another marigold. What's that? It's like a mix. And then there's a moonflower in the back and English lavender in front of that. Lavender is a hard thing to grow. I actually had lavender growing in a big bucket. It lasted for a while. It just dried up actually. But it was giving a lot of lavender. Okay, I got some dahlias back here. I got these from Big Lots, these seeds. It came with the container. All I had to do was just make the pellet rise and put the mix. I got some cactus over here that's starting to, and I've got aloe, another lavender. They're all on heat mats. Let's see. I think that's another dahlia down there, or cactus. But Yeah. So today what I'm gonna do is I think I want to transplant these into bigger containers now that they're sprouting, especially these back here. And I think these are, how did it go? Okay, the bok choy is in the front. So I know I got cantaloupes up here, watermelon, zucchini, a couple of different zucchinis. I've got broccoli. I've got another set of jaguar marigolds. We've got cabbage. We've got kale. Um, we've got serrano peppers. We've got a mixed bell type peppers. We've got chamomile. We've got basil, rosemary, uh, and they're just so cool. I think this back here is, I think these are the watermelons, and then carrots are here, I believe. Then the zucchini elite, then the broccoli, then jaguar marigolds, and I think then the cabbage. I think that's how that goes. Yeah, I did two of everything. So I don't know if I was supposed to do two seeds, but I put two of everything in here, and I did two separate things of everything just in case something didn't grow, you know? I don't want to put it in there for weeks and then nothing happens. I figured I would do extra as backup. So, and then I bought the grow bags. I'm not doing pots because I need these plants. It might require more watering, but I need these plants to actually be able to, you know, breathe and stuff. I don't want their roots and stuff to be, oh, look at that. I don't want their roots and stuff to be, yeah, these are kind of cool. And I think I need to, yeah, these guys look like they really need to, think. So maybe I don't want to wait another day. I think I'll just transplant them out into bigger pots. I bought some, I think they're 6 inches or 5 inches, brown pots from Amazon. And I got them like, I forget if it's 100 or more. I think it's 100 in the set or 50. And I think that's enough. I'll just transplant them out. I already mixed the thing here, right? I figured I put some coco coir since I'm gonna, you know, get them used to whatever. So I've got coco coir and the the earthworm mix and the soil that I'm using, and I just mix them all together. And I'm gonna just fill up the pots, plant those. Video that in a minute too. Okay, and don't pay attention to my little, yeah, my cabinets. I'm about to refinish those myself. All right, catch you in a minute.